Yeah. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gon' come. Oh, yes it is. It's been a long time since I seen my nigga, cause the last time was the last time I seen my nigga. Yeah, I'm in my feelings, cause the last time was the right time to tell my nigga to stay out the way. And tell him he ain't gotta hustle, he ain't gotta steal. And if I make it, he made it. Let's go get him out of here. I know what change coming, but before the blessing, man, it's a storm coming. Let's both get home, it's cool to run from me. Tell him that I know,
Melanated, hey love.
Long grind. I know it has, man. Yeah, it's been a long time coming, but I know a change gon' come. Oh, yes it is. I told my folks a change coming. They looked at me and said them words don't really mean nothing. Where we from, even the preacher preaching don't mean nothing. They need to see something, so I reached in my pocket and gave it to them, cause it means something, yeah, to them. Tell them that I know, yeah, I know. It's been a long ride. I know it has, man. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gon' come. Oh, yes it is. It's been a long
RBN, hey, how you doing? Yo, how is everybody doing? I know we was together a couple of hours ago, but I don't care. I'm editing this video now, and I heard the part that Tootie was talking about. Raise your hand. No, the other hand. And I say, man, I might as well edit this live. I don't know, RBN. I do not know. Let me see if I can crank up the audio on this a little bit. Now, he said 540. I call myself being slick and going live for Randy. Oh, bro. Hold on a second, y'all. But yeah, I got it all queued up. Hey, chilly. But so let me see if I can crank the volume up on this a little bit. No, it's at 100%. So yeah, but listen, Linda.
4-page plea agreement that was signed by the counsel defendant. Was signed on today's date. And on page 1, there is a line on paragraph 5. I cannot read what the handwriting says, so maybe somebody can assist.
Your Honor, the state has crossed out one line of paragraph 5 and has written on the side this crossed out not apply, and then initial dated.
Line does not apply. Okay, and that's your initials there?
Correct, Judge. Your Honor, before you proceed with the plea, we do have an amended information that we're filing right now.
Okay.
State in case F21-14438 is filing an amended information for purposes of the plea and in contemplation of resolving the case of 2 counts of child abuse, aggravated, great bodily harm, or torture, felonies in the first degree, 1 count
2 counts of child abuse. Is this the wrong one? Elements. J Vision. Riz, we won. Yes, yes, God. Brothers and sisters. I ain't trying to mess my throat up again, y'all. I refuse. It's finna get cold too. I'm not finna be walking around here sounding like a trained seal. Nah, I'm good. I'm good on that. So, yeah. Let me just go ahead and bam. Damn, is this thing gonna be big enough? Okay. Nope, might have to do another one. Yeah, this one will work better. Bam. Bam. Hey, Melissa. All day, Melissa. All day. Okay, so now let's go back to China.
Prevented from hearing what goes on in this courtroom. We're not in a breakout room.
Okay, so text. Anybody want to jump up? Can. Open panel. I got time. My boss let me off early because we was slow. Okay. Jose Pacheco. Shown up did J Vision. I listened about 2 minutes of that and I was so mad. I was finna see red man. Look at God. He shut his live stream down. True Soldier. Hey, it's been a minute, huh? Where you been at? True Soldier been hiding. Samson 100, he is in jail right now. I'm finna replay it because I'm just editing some. Right. It's still Mercury in retrograde for a couple more days.
You're putting me in a very difficult position.
Can the state attempt to call them?
We would ask that the proceeding proceed. We've confirmed that there will be no.
They got that woman so frustrated and flustered. We would ask for the proceeding to proceed. He might still be in intake. First degree is worse. True soldier. See, the ones he had was the 10 to 15-year ones. The lewd and lascivious, those were like 3rd degree, 4th degree, and 5th degree. But they just switched them out with a 1st and a 2nd degree, if I ain't mistaken.
Interruptions
say no
by
breakout
muting
room.
everyone who is not needed to be heard during this procession. Courtrooms are open, and that's the nature of courtrooms.
Then we're going to go forward.
This is what I didn't understand. He's talking about we asked that everybody be muted. That isn't everybody in the Zoom is automatically muted. Everybody. The judge is the one that has the controls because it's his Zoom meeting. He ain't eating this cold.
All right, so I have a 4-page plea agreement that was signed by the counsel, defendant, signed on today's date. And on page 1, there is a line on paragraph 5. I cannot read what the handwriting says, so maybe somebody can assist.
Your Honor, the state has crossed out one line of paragraph 5 and has written on the side this crossed out line does not apply, and then initialed and dated.
Line does not apply. Okay, and that's your initials there?
The judge was like, no shit. I don't care. We still proceeding. I got the jury right outside the door. He kept saying that when y'all don't want to go to that. I got the jury right outside the door and they read. Shoot. Judge Outfield was not playing with him today.
Before you proceed with the plea, we do have an amended information that we're filing right now.
Ooh.
Okay.
State in case F21-14438 is filing an amended information for purposes of the plea and in contemplation of resolving the case of 2 counts of child abuse, aggravated, rape, bodily harm, or torture, felonies in the 1st degree,
Okay.
1 count of contributing to delinquency of a dependent.
So, hold on. So 2 counts of, Lord, I got the 1st and the 2nd charge mixed up.
2 counts of child abuse, aggravated, rape, bodily harm, or torture, felonies in the 1st degree, 1 count of contributing to delinquency of a dependent or dependency of a child, a misdemeanor in the 1st degree.
All right. So please arraign on the new information.
We enter a plea of guilty.
2 and 1.
No, on the new, well,
Okay, so he got 2 of the same charge, which is a 1st degree felony, and then he got that 1 little misdemeanor. Oh, he in jail now, Remy. He either in jail or in intake. But hold on. We finna read these statutes of limitations, because guess what? They just updated these. I told y'all when they did the continuous for that last one. I told y'all they just put them new laws into effect. And guess what? They already are. Why? Aggravated occurs when a person commits aggravated battery on a child, willfully tortures, maliciously punishes, or willfully and unlawfully cages a child, or knowingly or willingly abuses a child, and in so doing causes great bodily harm, permanent disability, or permanent disfigurement of the child or to the child. And I think that's why they didn't charge him with kidnapping as well, because all of this encompasses that. He rapping on free beats. Somebody, what's up? Ganja monkey. Pimp in Distress Diary.
Arraign on the new information. You're entering a guilty plea at this point.
At this point.
Okay. And
Now
setting
listen, when he swear him in, the officer say raise your right hand, and then he said kind of look, no, your other hand. Hey, Emmanuel.
for jury trial, all discovery to be provided. And are we ready to proceed?
Yes, sure.
Okay, if I can have the
Look
defendant
at
sworn.
Sure, Judge. Raise your right hand, other hand.
There you
Please
go,
swear
right
affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
there. Raise your right hand, the other hand. Tootie was right.
I want the defendant to be aware of what he was originally facing and what the new information. This is the new information.
I didn't give it to you? Oh.
Okay, now listen. He just said, this is the old or the new information. This is the new information, and he said, I didn't give it to you. So let's listen closely. Mhm.
All right. Okay, can you tell me full name and date of birth?
Michael Eugene Note Jr., August 10th, 1983.
All right, thank you. You were originally charged under case number F21-14438 with the following charges: lewd and lascivious molestation on a child, a second-degree felony, punishable by up to 15 years state prison. Count 2 was lewd and lascivious molestation on a child, 12 to 16 years, a second-degree felony, punishable by up to 15 years state prison. Lewd and lascivious conduct on a child under 16 by a defendant 18 or over, a second-degree felony, punishable by up to 15 years state prison. Count 4, lewd and lascivious exhibition on a child under 16 years, defendant over 18.
See, these are the charges that we've been looking at on the Miami-Dade County Clerk website. These are the 7 charges that we've been looking at. And they didn't go with the 2 felonies that were on there that said no action. They just went for them 2 high ones that's 30 apiece. 30 a pop. 30 and 30 make 60. Blue skies. Hey, bub.
A second-degree felony, punishable by up to 15 years state prison, and contributing to the dependency of a child, a first-degree misdemeanor, punishable by up to 1 year in jail. And then count 6 is interference with custody, a third-degree felony, punishable by up to 5 years state prison. The state has now filed an amended information today, charging you with the following: aggravated child abuse, great bodily
Okay, let's
harm.
pause. The prosecution put in an amendment. So that means that the ones that he just read are now off the table, and these are the ones that they're going to charge him with. Right, Risley. Freedom gang around this motherfucker. Shadow.
Felony, punishable by up to 30 years state prison. Count 2 is
Israel bound. Peace.
What's happening? What's happening? How you doing?
Doing good today.
I know that's right. Anytime a clown can get down and get in that cell block is a good day.
Yo. He gonna tell his cellmate like this. Talk to me nice.
No, I just came in. I came in because I've been trolling around platforms today, because unlike a lot of these dudes, I told on Brother Garfield's platform earlier, that everybody who's seen Polight sitting on that bench with that victim of Malachi Z. York. Are you familiar with that video?
Yes, Tariq.
Where he told everybody that he was a pedophile right there. Right there. He said, even if Malachi was guilty of molesting all those kids, he would still have to consider him my God, in his words.
That's what he said.
So if a man say something like that, I was told, if somebody tell you who they are, believe them.
Yeah.
And
now,
that's
I had somebody in my comments talk about the mother should be ashamed of herself and all this, that, and the other. That woman didn't know nothing about Polight till she ran across him more than likely. Everybody don't be on social media like that, and everybody don't call themselves quote unquote conscious, okay?
Right. I kind of took that same viewpoint. I ain't gonna lie, but not to that extent because I still feel for her and what she went through and what she gonna forever go through, and especially her daughter. You know what I'm saying? I
Right.
only
It
feel
wasn't
that
like
I only feel that way if she had previous knowledge of, right,
right. See, the
and
thing
turned
is, they act like she met Polight yesterday and then she just let him walk off with her child.
right,
Nah, he had been talking to her for about a year, and that was the first time she let him go with the child. Suppose because he sat up there and fiddled with her head, talking about he was gonna talk to the daughter about respecting her mother. So
right,
he was acting like he was taking on a parental role, but that's why we always say pedos seek what? Positions of power and positions of trust. So I'm
right,
not surprised.
right. And her impact statement went a long way to let people know actually how, how her response to it was everything, because you
Mm-hmm.
can tell that it was genuine and that she has been tormented by the whole thing. And for him to get 7 years was really a slap in the face of justice, though. So I just wanted to come on and give my little 2 cents. But what he don't know is the internal workings of a prison system when it comes to sex offenders. And I'm not talking about inmate on inmate crime or any of that stuff. I just so happened I was cellmates with a sex offender once upon a time, and he was a genuine dude. You know what I mean? Like he was regretful. He understood that he made a mistake by sleeping with an underage girl and said he didn't want that for himself no more. And he was sincere about it. He never got out and reoffended in that manner again. And but he used to tell me all of the workings of what the sex offender classes was like. He came in one day, he was like, "Man, you ain't gonna believe what these people did to me, bro." I'm like, what happened? He was like, "Man, they made me hook these electrode things up to myself, and it detect whether you get an erection or not. And then they made me watch these
Mm-hmm.
videos of these young underage girls, and they said if you get a response from the machine,
Yeah,
then
it's an
they
indicator.
yeah, then they lengthen your time that you got to go through this therapy and whatnot." So yeah, it's a mess, and that was a mess.
Mm-hmm.
But I appreciate you letting me come on for a few minutes and voice my little old 2 cents.
No
I like
problem.
your
Thank you for
show.
coming
I
up.
think you're funny, and I'm gonna stay tuned in though.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
You too. Let me finish this up. I know I'm holding up Chief X and Malik live stream.
Dependency of a child, a first-degree misdemeanor, punishable by up to 1 year in jail. It is my understanding that you wish to plead guilty to this new information.
So
You would
those
be
are two first
adjudicated
degree
guilty,
felonies
and
and
your
one misdemeanor
sentence has
that he
been
pled to.
memorialized in a 4-page plea agreement. Did you have the opportunity to go over this plea agreement with your lawyer?
Yes.
Okay. I do need the defendant to initial each page on these pages. Okay. Let me know when it's done.
That shit going entirely too fast. Yeah, I know, but I told him I was gonna send it. He doing a test stream for when he go live later.
We enter a plea of guilty.
2-1.
A third felony punishable by up to 5 years state prison. The state has now filed an amended information today charging you with the following: aggravated child abuse, great bodily harm, a first-degree felony punishable by up to 30 years state prison.
Okay, that's
Count
the
2
one.
is aggravated child abuse, great bodily harm, a first-degree felony punishable by up to 30 years state prison, and contributing to the delinquency, dependency of a child, a first-degree misdemeanor punishable by up to 1 year in jail. It is my understanding that you wish to plead guilty to this new information. You would be adjudicated guilty, and your sentence has been memorialized in a 4-page plea agreement. Did you have the opportunity to go over this plea agreement with your lawyer?
Yes.
Okay. I do need the defendant to initial each page because there are not initials on these pages.
He tried everything
Let
in
me know
his
when it's done.
power. I know David. I know David. So glad
Yes, sir.
this is over with.
Now, it is my understanding, Mr. Nowak, that you have gone over this plea agreement with your lawyer, and I want to go over it with you, not each and every aspect of it, but the main components of the plea agreement. But what I am going to ask is for the state to tell me the general terms of the plea agreement, and then we will go into the details on the contract. Go ahead.
Your Honor, the plea agreement includes an adjudication, 7 years of state prison, followed by 10 years of reporting probation. As a condition of probation, the defendant
It's,
will,
would you say 10 years
10
probation?
years reporting probation.
Hey,
The
Donnell.
defendant will complete the MDSO program. The defendant will not be allowed to have unsupervised contact with children. The defendant will have terms regarding where he may work and the ability to wear a uniform. There are additional terms of restitution, of which $5,000 has been agreed to be paid upfront within 24 hours, mailed to the victim, and additional restitution to be paid out on a monthly basis once he is out of custody. And that monthly amount is highlighted in the written terms of the plea agreement. Additionally, there will be a stay away order from victim TS and her mother, which is also mentioned in the plea agreement.
What is total amount of
He
the
said a lot of
restitution?
shit, Jose.
The total amount of restitution is
Lying.
$25,000.
All right.
Yeah, he in jail. He got 7 years, and then he got 10 years of probation after that. They just have to list everything out. And these are the terms of the plea agreement. Like, hold on, let me pause. From what I understand, because y'all know I ain't no expert, I'm quite sure Empowered Esquire will be coming out in the next couple of days and giving her breakdown. But from what I understand, when they do that, they read off the initial charges. That's what you was charged with. Then those are canceled out because if you took a plea deal. If you took the plea deal, now the charges that are in the plea deal and the conditions that are in the plea deal are what you're going to take. So he got 7 years in state prison, 10 years of probation after that. He doesn't have to register as a sex offender, but he does have to go to those classes and complete them successfully. If he gets in any trouble within those 17 years combined, any trouble, he's on the hook for the full sentence, which is 61 years. Since this is the state of Florida, you do your whole bid. There's no good time out for good behavior. You do your whole bid. So if he so much as get found with a shank in there, he go into jail. Yes, Alexis, but you know what? The mother settled for a happy medium so she could move on and her child could move on. And I have no problem with that because you know what? It's enough people around here that could throw some charges on him and he'll get the whole 61. Booyah. There you go. But he is guilty, ganja junkie.
Yes.
Defense stipulations.
And the court has reviewed the arrest affidavit, makes a
Okay, let me rewind a little bit. So about 6. I want to make sure there ain't no audio in between because it's a big ass gap.
tell me the general terms of the plea agreement, and then we will. All right.
Yeah, Alexis, I know. He done skated by too long. He done skated by entirely too long. And even though 7 years might not seem like a lot, in prison, that can be an eternity. Look, I will be here with my popcorn on whatever social media we are on. It ain't Taco Tuesday, it's Wednesday, baby. You high as hell, for real. You high than giraffe pussy. Look at you. I didn't stop it. It's just a blank spot.
And removal.
Understand.
You had the right, sir, to have gone to a jury trial where you're.
Oh, Judge Atfield, Lord, somebody need to make a remix of Judge Atfield saying the jury right outside the door. Put a fire ass beat behind that bitch. That'll be that fall early banger. Oh, Lord.
And cross-examine the witnesses and evidence against you. You had the right to testify just like any other witness or remain silent. And your silence could not have been used against you if you went to a trial. You also had the right to appeal any mistakes that I would have made during the course of the trial, and the right to hold the state of Florida to the burden of putting these charges beyond a reasonable doubt. Do you understand, sir, that by entering into this plea, that you are giving up all of these rights and we will not have a jury trial?
I do.
Have you discussed this plea
They
with your
do that
lawyer?
for everybody, Riz.
Has he answered all of your questions?
Absolutely.
Are you satisfied with your lawyer's services and advice?
Definitely.
Did the state provide all the discovery in your possession to the defense?
Yes.
Did the defense review all of the discovery in your possession with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
And do both sides know of any physical evidence containing DNA that would exonerate the defendant?
No.
No, Your Honor.
And do
Yep.
both sides stipulate to a factual
Jose,
basis for this plea?
Hopefully,
Yes.
by the time he get out in 7 years, there won't be a conscious community. Because as we have all seen, the conscious community is just a cesspool of degenerates for the most part, the ones on the internet. Bennett, are you in the bushes? I figured out what happened earlier too. My Chrome needed to update, so it wanted to act a donkey. Hold on, I'm gonna do the victim impact statement first because I know it didn't skip out on there. Let's see, probably about here. Lord, what's wrong with you now? I'm gonna have to get an external drive, y'all. I got an extra one on here. It's full. I got the Google Drive. It's almost full.
Because true help means no more.
Okay, 22.
On the other hand, sir, if you violate any terms and conditions of this probation, and that includes getting arrested for any other criminal offense,
I believe
that
so,
you could be
Riz.
subject to the maximum period of time in prison, which by my calculations is 61 years state prison. You understand that?
Yeah.
And knowing all of this, do you still wish to enter into this plea?
Yes.
All right. The court finds the
Somebody go
defendant, as
file
I
some
mentioned
charges
before,
on him.
understands the nature of the charges against him and the consequences of this plea, that he has been represented by competent and effective assistance of counsel with whom he says he is satisfied. I find the defendant is knowingly,
About got 2
voluntarily, and
terabytes
intelligently
full.
waived his rights. All statutory fines, court costs, and surcharges
I'm gonna have to
will
lay
be
out for a
assessed. Is there anything
soon.
further as it relates to Mr. Noack? I do have on the Zoom that the victim's mother wanted to address the court as part
Correct.
of the victim.
And Your Honor, nothing more from the state except to let you unmute the victim's mother, and she will be listed as victim Noack.
2.5 years of
Okay, here we go.
The court finds the
Somebody go
defendant, as
file
I
some
mentioned
charges
before,
on him.
understands the nature of the charges against him and the consequences of this plea, that he has been represented by competent and effective assistance of counsel with whom he says he is satisfied. I find the defendant is knowingly, voluntarily, and intelligently waived his rights. All statutory fines, court costs, and surcharges will be assessed. Is there anything further as it relates to Mr. Noack? I do have on the Zoom that the victim's mother wanted to address the court as part
Correct.
of the victim.
And Your Honor, nothing
Hey,
more from the
man.
state
Hey, I
except
have
to
a
let you
question.
unmute the victim's mother, and she will be
What's your question?
Does he have more charges?
No,
Okay.
no. What it is that if he gets charged with anything else in these next 17 years, instead of the 7 for the plea deal, it's gonna be the 61 for the charges,
Okay.
plus whatever else he done did. Right.
Okay. that
It's his
makes sense.
prison wallet designer. I ate with y'all today.
I told you he was going to jail, didn't I tell you?
Yeah. Well, I've been screaming he been going to jail. He going to jail for 2.5 years.
Shit, now with all them charges.
No, I'm saying I've been screaming it for 2.5 years.
Oh, okay. Judge Atfield
listed
wasn't
as
today.
victim.
He wasn't. He was very.
He was like,
very
you got
pissed.
5 minutes. Polight was trying to get him a
He was trying everything to get one more day. That is so sad, really, if you think about it. All them shenanigans for just one more day of freedom. He know they finna tear his booty hole up.
Victim Noack
He probably,
in the
he's
Zoom,
probably not going
and
to be
she's
in the general population though because of his celebrity.
Look, this
status.
is Miami-Dade, Florida. We talking about. Ain't no celebrity part of the prison. Didn't you hear me when I talked about the mold and shit? Get ready to eat green bologna, Eugene.
is requesting pursuant to Marcy's law that her identity remain
Marcy's law, that's what it is.
He got to get some
anonymous.
comments
So for
there.
that reason, she will not be stating her name, but she will be making a statement regarding this.
Where
case.
would it
It
be?
should say victim.
Now, this irked my nerves. The prosecutor very clearly said that the mother didn't want to be identified. The mother very clearly said that she didn't want to be identified. They even have a law in place called Marcy's Law. And then Sinetta gonna go put the lady's supposed first name in his video title. Boy, I hope they strike the shit at you. I ain't gonna do it, but I hope they do.
And then in parentheses, Noack. Noak, sorry.
Now you got it
You
right
see it
first
when it
time.
says victim Noak.
No, 7 years in
Okay,
prison.
yes.
10
one
years
second.
probation.
Hey, let me ask you a question.
All
Does
right,
he
you
get
may
early,
unmute, ma'am.
early good behavior? Does he
No,
qualify for good behavior?
No. Florida does not have good behavior.
Okay.
Ma'am?
Good morning, Your Honor.
So he got to serve all 7.
Yeah.
Shit. Okay.
All right, you may unmute, ma'am.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
Hey,
All right, so what I'd
the
like you to
mom's
do
testimony was like heart wrenching.
Is, well, you don't want to give your name, so at this point, just go ahead and you can give us
Hey,
a
my
an
Wi-Fi,
impact statement. Yes,
Wi-Fi on my
ma'am.
phone is better today.
Thank you.
Yes, it is.
Michael Noack. This is the first time I have spoken publicly about what you've done to my daughter and I I have gracefully remained silent the last 2.5 years. 2.5 years of pain, shock, disbelief, PTSD, constant nightmares, and daily triggers. Trying to help my daughter heal when I'm not even healed myself. What you have done to my daughter, myself, and my entire family is inexcusable. You hurt us all. You made me believe that you were such a great man and you could do no wrong. You made me fully trust you, and for that, my daughter trusted you too. But the truth is, you're a monster, a demon. The very first time that I allowed you to be alone with my daughter, the very first time, and you couldn't even help yourself. You told me you was gonna be right back. You were going downstairs. You were gonna grab food and take vacation pictures.
He wasn't supposed to leave the
You
premises.
told me that you wanted to have a one-on-one talk with her about loving and respecting me as the great mother that I was and am. And I actually believed you. I believed that you were going to bring her right back. I thought you were going to have this trusting conversation with her that you promised me. Her and I both trusted you. For a grown man to violate a child who trusted him, you should be ashamed of yourself. You plotted on me and my little girl. The entire time you knew what you planned to do. Isolate, intoxicate, then violate my baby. Shame on you. I trusted you to bring her right back. You were supposed to bring her back the same way that...
Oh yeah, and whoever was in the comments talking about she sound too calm, y'all do know that victims pre-write their victim statements, right?
You don't sound too calm to me.
For the fact that they say she sound rehearsed, don't you read over something before you give a speech?
You sound traumatized to me.
People would find any excuse. You know, it kills me because people come out here every day lying and y'all fall for that shit. But let somebody be telling the truth. Y'all finna sit up there and use a magnifying glass, a stethoscope, and everything else to probe.
Nigga, a little pervert.
Mm-hmm.
That you
thought
took
you
her.
get away with it.
Instead, you drugged her and took advantage of her. And you sexually abused her. You forced alcohol down her throat. You then forced her to see things that no child should ever have to see. You forced her to feel things that no child should have to feel. You forced her to accept violence that no child should ever have to endure. You forced drugs in her that no human should ever even ingest. She's my child. My baby. How could you? You could have killed her with all the drugs that were found in her system. And you thought your master plan.
Okay, now let's put together what she's saying versus the little we know, because this is a case involving a minor.
He let him go downstairs to get food.
He drugged her.
Yeah.
He forced alcohol down her throat.
Yeah.
And she said the baby could have died. So that means when she came in, she looked tore up.
Yeah.
And we already know that they had cameras at the hotels. But some people say Polight didn't do nothing. And let's never forget the 6 stains of DNA on this baby. Battered and bruised, she came back to this hotel room, but the mama set her up. Go to hell. Go directly to hell. Don't pass go. Don't collect $200. Just go straight down there. Because that's where you need to be at. Because that's where your mentality lies. Right, Riz.
Was mapped out perfectly, huh? You thought I'd be dumb enough to believe you over my child. And you thought that money would blind me. You thought I was going to be so blinded that I wouldn't notice when you returned her with bruises all over her body and her mouth busted, uncontrollably shaking. Absolutely not. And although you executed your plan and you got what you wanted those couple of hours, You actually failed, because look where you're at right now. You have created a lifetime of trauma for my daughter and I. Before you, we never knew evil existed. You brought so much evil into our lives that early morning, and I'll never forget. I called you like 50 times and you wouldn't answer me. And I called her too, but you took her phone.
How the hell he
You
bust her
drugged
lips
my
or something? How
baby.
the
You
hell
gave
he
her
did
no
that?
way to seek help. You left me no way to contact her, even know where she was. I get physically sick now whenever I'm away from my daughter because of you. Something as simple as her going to school, I'm in panic mode because I'm scared when she comes back, she's gonna be hurt all over again. I constantly have flashbacks of that night. And what she lives with is not okay. She feels uncomfortable around people and will live with this forever, and this is not fair to her. She never deserved this. Shame on you for forcing evil on our youth. And you know, for a year, I questioned, how could you even do this to us? Her and I did nothing wrong to you. We trusted you. I moved across the country because I believed everything that you told me. But it was pure manipulation I see now. All you do is specialize in selling false dreams. How can you do this to an innocent child and mother who simply trusted you? We did nothing wrong. But you know what? I'm done breaking my head trying to question or figure out how you could do such a thing. It's so simple to me now. You're just a sick man. A man you can have a plethora of women, but you secretly prefer to have a child. And it's so clear now. I will never be able to fully trust another person due to the betrayal that you've shown me. And for that, I was not willing to trust 6 strangers and go to trial. Nor was I going to put my daughter through an additional trauma. This plea was in our best interest. You and I both know the evidence is extremely substantial. But even with that, I refuse to have my child be tormented when she's done nothing wrong. All she holds is the truth. And I will say this, although you were so worried about being labeled a sex offender, you did us a huge favor by admitting to guilt, period. So for that, I thank you. I truly thank you. Yes, mitigation took place and I allowed it as long as it meant you going to prison and you getting true help. Because true help means no more victims. The fact that your only non-negotiable was to accept a sex crime shows exactly the type of man that you are. You know what you did in that hotel room. I know what you did, and my daughter knows what you did. DNA doesn't lie. There's no reason why your DNA should have been found on my baby. And yes, I satisfied your bogus request to not be labeled a sex offender, but it doesn't take away from who you truly are. I wasn't going to waste any time going back and forth with you over a label. God will judge you for exactly the person he is, a sexual predator. So rest assured, jail time equals jail time. And I pray that during your 10 years of sex offender probation, you actually receive the treatment that you need and it helps heal your sick mind and get the thoughts of being with children out of it. All you care about is your pretend image. But I know exactly who you are now. You want to be this public figure, but you want to do all your evil acts in secret. You're so self-centered. That's why the last time I saw you on February 27, 2021, you fought me. You tried to hold me hostage from taking my daughter to the hospital. I'll never forget that cowardly look in your eyes. I'll never forget it. You were scared. You were so scared because you realized you messed with the wrong one. Your last words to me, you held me and said, please don't go. You're going to ruin my career. Well, today, September 6th, 2023, my last word
crashed out. Hold on, I'm pulling it back up. No, what's wrong with Chrome today? I cleaned off my drive some. The live was too powerful for it, family. Too powerful.
Reason why your DNA should have been found on my baby. And yes, I satisfied your bogus request to not be labeled a sex offender, but it doesn't take away from who you truly are. I wasn't going to waste any time going back and forth with you over a label. God will judge you for exactly the person he is, a sexual predator. So rest assured, jail time equals jail time. And I pray that during your 10 years of sex offender probation, you actually receive the treatment that you need, and it helps heal your sick mind and get the thoughts of being with children out of it. All you care about is your pretend image. But I know exactly who you are now.
Hey, lovely.
You want to be this public figure, but you want to do all your evil acts in secret. You're so self-centered. That's why the last time I saw you on February 27, 2021, you fought me. You tried to hold me hostage from taking my daughter to the hospital. I'll never forget that cowardly look in your eyes. I'll never forget it. You were so scared. You were so scared because you realized you messed with the wrong one. Your last words to me, you held me and said, please don't go. You're going to ruin my career. Well, today, September 6th, 2023, my last words to you are, I hope the next 17 years of your life, you're reminded of the disgusting, terrifying, unforgettable acts that you've done to my innocent daughter. Shame on you. And although you've caused a tremendous amount of trauma for myself and my daughter, we will and will always be superior of you, because a successful, honest career is something that you could never, ever have. We will both continue to stand against violence. My daughter will continue to persevere and be bright and intelligent and a courageous young woman that she is. So, Michael Nowak, I hope you enjoy prison, and God bless you.
Right. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your courage for speaking. It is heartbreaking, and my heart goes out to you and your daughter. All right. The defendant will be remanded to the Department of Corrections.
CPS.
He's given credit for any.
Misdemeanor, Judge.
We can do CTS on the misdemeanor. Yes.
They doing CTS on the misdemeanor. What is CTS? I don't be knowing all this stuff. Hold on, Florida Corrections. Credit for time served. He ain't got none. 1 day.
He's giving credit time, whatever he's gotten in.
CTS.
Yes.
I don't think so. I do not think so, because, well, shoot, we don't know though, because the only camera that was on was Judge Altfields, and he eventually turned that off. Polight was there in person, so he wasn't there in the Zoom. Quit acting up. What is with you today?
For your courage for speaking. It is heartbreaking, and my heart goes out to you and your daughter. All right. The defendant will be remanded to the Department of Corrections.
CPS.
He's given credit for any.
Misdemeanor, Judge.
We can do CTS on the misdemeanor. Yes. He's giving credit time, whatever he's gotten in.
Credit time, whatever he's gotten in, which would be 1 or 2 days.
Yes. All right. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Oh, sorry, Crystal. Okay. Okay, hold on. First degree maximum, 2 first degree he got, but he's not gonna have to register. But he should be in the top tier. Hold on for a second. I'm just doing something on the other tab. It ain't gonna take long, so I ain't really no need to switch over. Okay. Any questions? Throw them in the chat. I'm back and forth between this screen and the chat screen, so just give me a minute on them now. Be polite to the boys. Okay, so now forgot I had to do it the other way. Bam. Well, hold on. Delete that and resize it. Okay, that's better. Bear with me for another minute, fam. I'm almost done. Okay. I didn't see all of it, lovely, but I saw a part of it and I heard Nepal destroyed the whole thing and he shut down early. Oh wait, I forgot to put a name on it. Download. Nepal saw another little girlfriend. And he was sitting up there basically throwing people under the bus as usual, from the little bit I heard. Throwing names around. Of course not. They ain't got nothing to say. Nothing to say. And it's just a pool of degenerates. At this point, it's self-evident. Frank, you ain't gonna try to cop no plea this time? You ain't hit my length in a month of Sundays, boy. Oh, he over there talking about, well, he was over there talking about Hillary Clinton maximum. You know, Remy live too. In her piece, hey, boo. Always, Max. He'll get to it. He probably, they all in their feelings right now. Kiki, do you love me? Are you ready? So you never ever leave from beside me. Cause I want you. He gonna be in there hollering tonight. I'm Brother Polight. You can't do this to me. Talk to me nice. Couldn't have happened to a better degenerate. It's only 6 over there, little. Look, it's gonna take him a minute to get processed. He probably ain't go, oh Lord, it's gonna be right after dinner time. They gonna be full, going back to their cells. Eugene. Riz. Mm-hmm. They done drew straws to see who gonna get first crack at you, Eugene. They finna do you dirty. Boy, oh boy, I tell you. Hold on, where is it? Hold on. Is it not finished downloading? Gotta give it a second. If he even make it that far, is y'all think I be playing, but Miami is not a nice jail to go to. Who down to send them fucked up greeting cards on the holidays? Greetings, black brother. Y'all hold on. I need some ice. I done pulled out these daggone hot fries. I know you said that you don't celebrate Christmas, my melanated brother. But let me just impart these words of wisdom to you. Look, if he so much as slap somebody and he so much as pinch a bit, he gonna have to do his full turn. Hey, ooh, Eugene, you just don't know. You done fucked up now. And just because they've been calling you pedo code for years don't mean you had to go with the shit. Ooh, hot, hot, hot. Oh, wait. I knew it was something else. Hold on. I knew it was something else I forgot to tell y'all. His IG. This fool still lying. I'm sitting up here like, how? Eminet, get out there, boy, shit. Get off his shit. This got put up an hour ago. Get off his shit, Eminet. The sex charges wasn't dropped, they was replaced. See, this is what happens when you don't understand. When you don't have, say, at least a high school education or equivalent. She goes so and trying to find a corner to hook on. I can't with y'all. Hey, Tomas. Not a corner to hook on, baby. Later than a mofo today, Tomas. 7 years he got to do in Miami State Prison. 10 years of probation. And if he fuck up anywhere during that time, he going to have to do them full 61 and ride out on that. Like, you trying to keep your little few Instagram followers that don't know your ass in jail or something? Girl, nothing. She finna go to her mama house if she stay in Miami. JT, would you happen to be in my bushes, darling? I need to ask JT something, but it need to be offline. I don't know, but probably the plea deal will come up. I'm just doing some editing right now, Tomas. But he got sentenced this morning. He in jail. He in jail. Okay, hold on. Let me put this up and then I'm gonna screen share again. But yeah, she probably gonna go back to her mama because, yo, I don't know. Should I tell y'all? Because it might be people that don't need to know in the bushes, because they'll fuck up a wet dream. Excuse my language. Crystal, you cannot eat hot fries. You just greedy for no reason. Wow, my baby don't feel good because her scratched up. That's your own fault. Ain't nobody tell you. You could have stayed your ass off the porch. But they fucked with your ass one too many times.
You've got a new, is this going to be a written
Trying to
plea
intimidate the
agreement?
There's a
witness.
written plea agreement. There is one line that has changed. However, as defense mentioned, it does change the terms in terms of what was listed.
Hold on a second. Let me see something, child. Yeah, God dang on 4th o'clock. All right. She either finna stay in LA or she finna go to Florida. Hey, Chance. He was live earlier tomorrow. So he went live right as I was going off live. Oh, quit lying. Something's missing. Oh, so you're gonna be a whole entire butt head today, huh? Now it's talking about. Oh, a Riot. I don't know where Riot is. She been gone for a hot minute though, so she done already found her someplace. Yeah, Tomas, he is. There we go. Have to do a whole tune-up on this joint today. Give it a few minutes to render. Okay. While I'm doing that, let me upload this. And then I'm gonna shoot the link out. Right, Onyx. She probably ain't even got no birth certificate. Probably do, Riz. And he got her in some room somewhere watching cartoons all day, playing games on her phone. Speaking of Riot. Victoria been gone. Victoria left before all this happened. Right, children. Okay, Tomas, because I'm chopping them up now. Okay. Not a split it here. Delete that. Okay, hold on, y'all. Okay, that's too far. Hold on. I'm doing great, Tomas. I got off early. I'm telling you, Onyx, she gonna go stay with her mama if she stay in Florida. Her mama got a good job. I'm still trying to figure out what new charges, unless somebody go down there and file something on his ass. Cause ain't no new charges coming. The new charges is what was in the plea deal. Y'all fight me on this stuff every time. You can't have no hot fries, Crystal. Okay. Man, she been gone. I told y'all she been gone for months. She been gone for a good 6 months.
What are we doing?
I'm telling you, somebody need to snatch that out. Every time the judge said the jury right outside the door, we can do this. Oh, hold on. Let me check this real quick. Why is it taking so long for a 9-minute video? Right, lovely? Thought this day one never gonna come. He continued us the hell out. Lovely. See, I try not to go over there so I don't raise my blood pressure. It get raised enough when they bring their asses over here. I'm so glad YK the Truth already blocked over here. Because he probably running around swinging like a motherfucker. Hey! Y'all crying in the cars tonight, huh? Y'all collectively crying in the cars tonight. Be dirty by themselves, chilling. Just like they was before. Just one great big cabbage. Which lane, Tomas? There's so many of them. Excuse me. Everything taking so long today, like the internet's slow. Can't shoot them in the, not the teeth, the teethuses. And your hand gotta shake when you shake.
Many times. So I hate. Oh yeah, thank you. I thought he was about to say I've been through this crap so many times, raping that kid. Nah, I feel you.
But his ain't about no better than mine. Cause they talking over that part. Mine just drop out for a minute or two. Oh, him. Yeah, we had to block him on like 4 accounts. He was just over here spamming. YK the truth. He crying right now. He didn't even wait till he got in the car. This was and Lovely knew. She didn't even stay with him to the build up of the look, that girl been gone. He been in Miami and she been in LA. And she already got whatever she got set up. That's why I said I'm so glad we blocked him when this first started to us. Because now we ain't got to worry about him spamming us now. And they was talking about let him talk. I don't suffer fools well. Right. Bottom lip trembling, big old fat teardrops just falling out his eyes. Polight. You know, dudes that do gay porn look at y'all and be like, damn, y'all swallowing dick. And that's sad to say. The people in the gay porn industry think y'all act super gay. So I ain't never seen another man swing so hard unless that was his boo thing. Well, why can't you ain't gotta worry about it because Eugene is gonna have a permanent boo thing in his jail cell. Oh, them crying Josie. Yes, Tomas. Did anybody get clean audio of the judge part? Truth is, hey. Look, all the charges that he read off, all it was he read off the original charges and then he read off the charges that they put in for the plea deal. That's it. It ain't no extra charges coming up. But what was said is that if he gets in any kind of trouble during these 7 years in prison or the 10 years of probation after, he has to do the full 61 years. Therefore, anybody, look, I'm telling y'all, all y'all get together, go chip in for one lawyer. It ain't got to be out of one lawyer, one good one good civil lawyer. That counts because he stole over $500 from each of them. Had $2,000 credit restoration microwave. Hold on, y'all. Okay, I just got audio. I could be wrong, but I'm gonna listen to it. I'm trying to find a clean version where it ain't nothing besides the natural pauses from when he put himself. Nature Boy still in jail, and no Risley. I don't think you got to buy an ankle bracelet on probation. See, that's where the mix-up is. I know. Well, let's start from here, and then I'll just chop out with me.
No, nothing happened yet. We're waiting for court to go active. Here it is.
Okay.
It is, y'all.
Oh, we live. I'm gonna go dark. We live.
Hold on, I'm coming.
I'll tell you what, at this point, I'm going to deny the
Whoa,
state's motion for
Nowitzki, hold on.
continuance. If we get to it, we get to it. If we don't,
How you doing today?
How you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Oh, I didn't even know I was on. Yeah, same old,
Yeah.
same old. I seen the title. I just popped in.
Okay, hold on. I'm just texting something.
Okay.
Well, at least now I got it done instead of having to get it done. So, what do you think about Polight in his 7 years? Whoa. Did you put yourself on mute by accident? Hold on, I'm coming. Oh, he fell off. HP Buddha, hey. He did say that, but it's a whole lot. You have to have strong internet to jump up on Restream.
get to it, we don't get to it, and it'll be a court continuance. So,
As you go to book
as
it.
to F-22-10871, yes.
My apologies. I understand the court's
Redemption
ruling.
song.
This would be the #1 case likely based off of the age of the case. Again, the state is respectfully renewing its request for a continuance. This is an essential witness, and we did.
But is there another case that we can go on?
There are other cases that
We'll see which case that we are able to go on. We'll do it one at a time, but I'm denying the state's motion for continuance.
Yes, Your Honor. And at this time, the state is withdrawing its plea. We're not engaging in any plea negotiations.
Okay. All right. See you on September 11th.
I believe Mr. Marion wants
Yeah,
to call something.
Okay, let me take a look at the motion. We'll need to get a copy of it.
Yeah, this is a replay of the court. I'm trimming it down.
Alvin, can you make 3 copies? Yeah.
Okay, this ain't polite yet, though. I don't think.
Are you denying it or?
It's denied, yeah. I'll allow councils to take a look at the defendant's motion on Marion.
Judge, that can be off calendar. She posted bail.
Okay, thank you.
Can corrections confirm that she's out?
I don't have to do anything.
Okay. Thank you.
Now somebody said I think he saw the music video, put it off his sandwich.
Okay, thank you. I'll allow councils to take a look at the defendant's motion on Marion. Okay, Stark at 21M is also printed here too.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. One second.
I think David still might be doing, because remember the last one, he had to stand in for another lawyer at his firm. So I think he might still be doing that for a case that's ahead of Eugene's, but this ain't Eugene's case yet.
Which one?
Not have an attorney at that time. My offer was PTI. Can the clerk advise as to whether?
Oh yeah, this is the other one.
Make us appear off the screen and then just put the courtroom. I mean, if you want to do that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I could do that.
MeWe, peace and welcome.
Tasha in the building.
Mm-hmm.
And if there haven't, we're in a clean slate right now. But if I hear of anything from this moment on.
Okay, here we go.
This is on for plea.
And before that happens, he can change his mind, from what I hear. But yeah, if he got any brains, so if
Mr. Michael Nowak on.
And before that happens, he can change his mind, from what I hear. But yeah, if he got any brains.
Okay.
So if
Michael Nowak on page 20.
Okay, and then we have the trial where the
Get your
jurors are
popcorn
outside, I
ready.
presume.
Yeah,
Yes,
popcorn.
well,
Here we go.
No?
Well,
where are they? Okay.
From the math onyx, if he'd have stood trial for what he had, he'd have got like 45. And this way, he can't get in no kind of trouble. Like if he get in a fight in prison, they gonna just go ahead and give him the whole 61. So I don't know if this is a better deal or not.
As long as they're gathering up. All right, let's go to page 20.
Okay.
It's me, brother. Shaka.
Okay, there you go. I got you. Good.
I'm willing to amend that term.
Can we have the victim?
So they sat there and ran around in circles for about 30 good minutes.
It's so
Treatment program, that you are also not eligible. Okay, you may, according to the state, you may be eligible for early termination if all of conditions of your probation have been completed, that you have had no violations of your probation, and that you have not been arrested for any other criminal offense. Is that correct, State?
And to clarify, the terms stated in 5 is there is no prohibition on early termination. However, there is a requirement that any modification to this agreement be agreed by the state and the court.
Okay. All right, sir. Now, with respect to this plea agreement, I have on each page next to defendant's initials MN. Did you in fact affix those initials to each page?
I did.
And have you reviewed each and every? All right, you may unmute, ma'am. Says he is satisfied. I find the defendant is knowingly, voluntarily, and intelligently waived his rights. All statutory fines, court costs, and surcharges will be assessed. Is there anything further as it relates to Mr. Noak? I do have on the Zoom that the victim's mother wanted to address the court as part
Correct,
of the victim.
Your Honor.
And there we go for that. Split. Delete. Okay. So now.
So
if Mr. Michael Nowak on page 20.
Percy
Okay,
Miracles.
and then we have the
peace
trial
and love.
where the
Get your
jurors are
popcorn
outside,
ready.
I presume.
yeah,
Yes,
popcorn.
or well,
Here we go.
No? Where are they? Okay, all right, as long as they're gathering up. All right, let's go to page 20. Michael Nowak. This is on for plea.
LV Marcus on behalf of the state, and just for the
Oh, where
record,
the
Your Honor,
judge
there
at?
are
This is William
the
Outfield.
victim's family on the Zoom, if we can make sure
Okay.
that
Peace,
that's,
turn
Your Honor,
on.
Mr. Novak is heading up the escalator now. There has been a very last minute change, material change to the plea offered by the state just this morning.
Headed
I
up
haven't
the
any time to
escalator. That
relay this
fool
to
was
him because it
trying
could be a deal
everything
breaker.
not to go to court.
Okay, well, just to let you know, I'm supposed to be starting a jury trial in 5 minutes.
Judge, I know that we can come back tomorrow. The state has mentioned that the alleged victims are present.
yeah, the victims are present. They've taken off of work and off of school.
They're
and
present
are
on Zoom?
On the Zoom. They are with a lot of coordination to have this done today.
All right, is this your client here? No?
No, I believe he's an observer on this case who has presented threats to us in the past. So I would want to make the court aware of that. It was an issue the last time this gentleman
Okay.
may want to inquire of him and why he's here.
Yes, sir. What is your name, sir? Yes. Okay, Mr. Jones, apparently counsel is saying that there have been threats made to him, and if there haven't, we're in a clean slate right now. But if I hear of anything from this moment on to anyone, you're going to have to answer to the court. Everybody is entitled to their.
Pause. Who do we know of that was in that courtroom? Because who was in that courtroom threatened him, allegedly. So he saw somebody and got scared. Tony the closer was in there, wasn't he? And that's probably what it was. So he trying to use some internet shit to say that he, you know what?
Opinion, but when we're in a court of law, when we're dealing with matters, there should be decorum and respect. So I just hope that everybody appreciates that. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not accusing you of anything, sir. All right? Okay. So you need to speak to him. You've got a new, is this going to be a written plea agreement?
There's a written plea agreement. There is one line that has changed. However, as the defense mentioned, it does change the terms in terms of what was listed, that they need to review and with the clients.
Probably Sonnet and them venom.
Is one line.
All right, we'll pass it. Again,
He put a name in the
if it takes too
title.
much more time and I have my jury ready to go, I'm bringing them in. That's going to be my priority.
Understood.
You know. Okay, thank you. All right, and Stark. Okay, no, all I can tell you is an allegation was made. Everybody's presumed innocent in this court, sir. All I wanted to do is let you be aware that they've made the allegation. It's a clean slate. Everything is good. Okay. Well,
Mm-hmm.
okay, we took care of the Nelson hearing.
Sonetta put her first name
I
in
will
the
go off the
title.
record while we're waiting.
Non-water holding.
Did he just say that somebody threatened?
It sounds like he said someone threatened the attorney.
Yeah, we're gonna roll it back after once they get past his part.
Boy, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah.
Hold on.
I think they said he's in the hallway waiting outside.
They
So
said he was in the escalator. On the escalator.
I will go off the record while we're waiting.
Did he just say?
This is a taste.
I will go off the record while we're waiting.
yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah.
Going outside the court.
Found it. Who is Mr. Jones?
Mm-hmm. Anybody that heard him state his name and then he couldn't even put up the right hand because I'm pausing it, Venom, I'm editing.
That's my question.
Because it's a big ass gap in here while they went into recess or whatever.
Hold on, let me pull up the chat because I can't see.
I'm editing this down
from their offer. And in a way, like,
Just
pleading guilty.
It's going to be.
I would never trust. Can y'all hear me eating this watermelon?
It's the same shit they was expecting.
Polite. And you know, and again,
Okay, back on the record, page 21M.
about this, you know, about Polite. And you know, and again,
Okay, back on the record. Record, page 21M. Tracy Stark, if I can have Ms. Stark sworn.
Please welcome the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
All right. Can you tell me your full name and your date of birth? All right, thank you. So you were originally charged by the state with the grant.
Oh, hold on, this is the other one.
The lawyer.
Yes.
Has he answered?
but if he did do it, he should. Bennett, my ops, we Bennett, you know. I got you. Good. Okay. Yeah, it could be a trial, just to give you an update.
I wouldn't doubt it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
we're
now,
waiting
the court
for
of
his
case,
I'm confused because I don't remember it being this much time in between.
Okay, and that's your initials there?
Because if Your Honor is going to be speaking in those all.
He might refuse the plea, and if he does, they're ready for trial now.
If I understand correctly, his case has not been called yet, right?
No, they're waiting. They called it right now.
Yeah, right
Oh,
now, Chaka.
okay, they called it. All right, okay. Okay, so he's probably asking me, can we have this on the low, please? Thanks for the update. I thought when I leave work, they're going to say, okay, he ran, or he took the plea, or he's going to trial, or he was sent to prison. I thought it was finished. You know what I'm saying? So it's a good timing.
Yep. By the way, for those who are watching, it's 96 people watching. For those of y'all that don't know, Shaka Ndugu Komet is one of the persons that Sinetta made an open threat to over the internet. Kursa Hammurabi is another person. She's in the chat that Sonetta made an open threat to, talking about releasing their addresses, their telephone numbers, their names on the internet, right? Basically. And Sonetta also made a sexual reference to Shaka's 3-year-old daughter, right? Which is really disturbing. And
Not one, many,
All right,
several,
let's
many
try this
times.
again.
Your
All
Honor,
right.
I want to be clear, however,
all right,
that
here we go.
the individuals who are concerned about are not going to.
See how this keep getting shorter and shorter?
The victim and her mother are going to be able to hear.
I do not know how to do that at this juncture. You had brought this to my attention.
It was brought to your judicial attention.
When?
In between the last hearing and this hearing.
Well, it is unfeasible right now.
I'd ask if the state assistant attorney can make an attempt to call them and have them here by phone. Because if Your Honor is going to be speaking and there's all of these individuals who are going to be here able to, they're not going to be able to talk, but they're able to live stream, and that's not what we're intending.
Folks, you're raising issues that the court was not aware of. I have a jury sitting outside waiting to come in. If you wish to reset this matter, this courtroom is always open. Zoom is a convenience. But as of right now, we do have those who are attending. I'm not going to just delete everybody from the proceedings. I honestly don't even know how to do it and just leave somebody able to hear everything.
It's being streamed right now live on YouTube.
Okay, well, if it's being streamed, it's being streamed. There's nothing I can do about that. But if the state and the defense wish to reset this for another date, this physical courtroom will be open to whomever wishes to attend.
Your Honor, I believe that it is an open courtroom, but the Zoom is not required.
I understand that, but I don't know how to go ahead and take out everybody except for one individual. They're already here. You're bringing this to my attention now. I'm giving the opportunity. If you want to reset this for tomorrow, we can do that.
Your
I
Honor,
have a jury trial that is sitting outside the door.
the concession the state made regarding crossing out that last line, the last term, was with the understanding that this would happen today because of the victim being out of school, the people being out of work. If this gets reset, we're not willing to amend that term.
Can we have, Your Honor, the victim and her mother be put into a breakout room with the court so that only they are allowed to hear the proceedings?
Quite frankly, I can put someone in a breakout room, but then they're now prevented from hearing what goes on in this courtroom. We're not in a breakout room. You're putting me in a very difficult position.
Can the state attempt to call them?
We would ask that the proceeding proceed. We've confirmed that there will be no interruptions by muting everyone who is not needed to be heard during this procession. Courtrooms are open, and that's the nature of courtrooms.
Then we're going to go forward. That's all I can tell you. We're going to go forward. All right. So I have a 4-page plea agreement that was signed by the counsel and the defendant. It was signed on today's date. And on page 1, there is a line on paragraph 5. I cannot read what the handwriting says, so maybe somebody can assist.
Your Honor, the state has crossed out one line of paragraph 5 and has written on the side, this crossed out line does not apply, and then initialed and dated.
Line does not apply. Okay, and that's your initials there?
Correct, Judge.
Okay.
Your Honor, before you proceed with the plea, we do have an amended information that we're filing right now.
Okay.
The state, in case F21-14438, is filing amended information for purposes of the plea and in contemplation of resolving the case of 2 counts of child abuse, aggravated, great bodily harm, or torture, felonies in the 1st degree, 1 count of contributing to delinquency of a dependent or dependency of a child, a misdemeanor in the 1st degree.
All right. So please arraign on the new information.
We enter a plea of guilty.
No, on the new, well, the arraign on the new information. You're entering a not guilty plea at this point?
At this point.
Okay, and setting it for jury trial, all discovery to be provided. And are we ready to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, if I can have the defendant sworn.
Raise your right hand, the other hand. Do you swear affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Trial?
Okay, I'll need the old information. I want the defendant to be aware of what he was originally facing and what the new information. This is the.
Listen, I want the
new
defendant to be aware of what he is originally facing and what he is now facing.
All right.
That's all that is. That's it. That's all. The original charges, the charges in the plea deal. Now let's continue.
Okay, can you tell me your full name and date of birth?
Michael Jr., August 10th, 1983.
All right, thank you. You were originally charged under case number F21-14438 with the following charges: lewd and lascivious molestation on a child, a second-degree felony, punishable by up to 15 years state prison. Count 2 was lewd and lascivious molestation on a child, 12 to 16 years, a second-degree felony, punishable by up to 15 years state prison. Lewd and lascivious conduct on a child under 16 by a defendant 18 or over, a second-degree felony, punishable by up to 15 years state prison. Count 4, lewd and lascivious exhibition on a child under 16 years, defendant over 18, a second-degree felony, punishable by up to 15 years state prison. And contributing to the dependency of a child, a first-degree misdemeanor, punishable by up to 1 year in jail. And then count 6 is interference with custody, a third-degree felony, punishable by up to 5 years state prison. The state has now filed an amended information today.
There are no new charges.
Charging you with the following.
Look, the way it goes, you get arrested, you have charges, right? If you accept the plea deal, they gonna change those charges. But when you go in to accept the plea deal, they gonna tell you the original charges and they gonna tell you the charges that are in the plea deal. The original charges no longer stand because they've been wiped out in place of the plea deal. Does that make sense?
Aggravated child abuse, great bodily harm, a first-degree felony, punishable by up to 30 years state prison. Count 2 is aggravated child abuse, great bodily harm, a first-degree felony, punishable by up to 30 years state prison. And contributing to the delinquency, dependency of a child, a first-degree misdemeanor, punishable by up to 1 year in jail. It is my understanding that you wish to plead guilty to this new information. You would be adjudicated guilty, and your sentence has been memorialized in a 4-page plea agreement. Did you have the opportunity to go over this plea agreement with your lawyer?
Yes.
Okay. I do need the defendant to initial each page because there are not initials on these
You thought he
pages.
was gonna get off with not initialing, Eugene.
Let me know when it's done.
Shame, shame, shame. That's the little crossed out line. Look, it's one part. The sticking point was whether Polight was going to register as a sex offender. The stipulation was that he come in and plead today. So when his attorney tried to say, well, we need another day, that would have null and voided the plea deal. And Judge Atfield had the jury right outside the door. So if the plea deal was not accepted, Judge Atfield was ready to go straight to trial. And it wouldn't have been long. Wouldn't have been long at all. It's the same mess.
Now, it is my understanding, Mr.
what?
Nowak, that
I'm telling y'all,
you have gone over this plea agreement.
Since this done started, it's been some kind of point of contingency with every one of these. I done said one thing, somebody else done came and said another. And every time, who was right? Me. Quit listening to them fools. They sitting up there tickling your ears for views and content.
with your lawyer, and I want to go over it with you, not each and every aspect of it, but the major components of the plea agreement. But what I am going to ask is for the state to tell me the general terms of the plea agreement, and then we will go into the details on the contract. Go ahead.
Your Honor, the plea agreement includes an adjudication, 7 years of state prison, followed by 10 years of reporting probation. As a condition of probation, the defendant
It's,
will.
what'd you say, 10 years
10
probation?
years reporting probation. The defendant will complete the MDSO program. The defendant will not be allowed to have unsupervised contact with children. The defendant will have specific terms regarding where he may work and the ability to wear a uniform. There are additional terms of restitution, of which $5,000 has been agreed to be paid upfront within 24 hours, mailed to the victim, and additional restitution to be paid out on a monthly basis once he is out of custody. And that monthly amount is highlighted in the written terms of the plea agreement. Additionally, there will be a stay away order from victim TS and her mother, which is also mentioned in the plea agreement.
What is the total amount of the restitution?
The total amount of restitution is $25,000.
Okay. All right.
Your Honor, the defendant's counsel going to be providing probation with the proof of the $5,000 being paid?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. Okay, so Mr. Nowak, the terms of the plea agreement are as what the prosecutor just stated, that you are going to be entering a plea of guilty to the 2 counts of aggravated child abuse and 1 count of
time served if he didn't serve any time, but them little 2 days gonna be applied to that misdemeanor. Them little 2 days gonna be applied to that misdemeanor. That day and a half gonna be applied to that misdemeanor. Because we all know he got out 2.5 years ago on a clerical error. Eugene, don't you feel dumb now? If you'd just sat in jail, you'd be damn near halfway through with your sentence.
contributing to the delinquency of a minor. You will be adjudicated guilty, which is a criminal conviction on your record. Do you also understand, sir, that by entering into this plea that it may subject you to involuntary civil commitment proceedings set forth in Florida statutes 394 through 394.931? Do you understand everything that I've said thus far?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I want to also advise you, sir, that you are going to be sentenced to 7 years in state prison to be followed by 10 years of reporting probation. In addition to any of these special conditions of probation, you will also participate in and successfully complete a mentally disordered sex offender treatment program, that you are also not eligible. Okay, you may, according to the state, you may be eligible for early termination if all of the conditions of your probation have been completed, that you have had no violations of your probation, and that you have not been arrested for any other criminal offense. Is that correct, State?
And to clarify, the terms stated in 5 is there is no prohibition on early termination. However, there is a requirement that any modification to this agreement be agreed by the state and the court.
Okay. All right, sir. Now, with respect to this plea agreement, I have on each page next to defendant's initials MN. Did you in fact affix those initials to each page?
I did.
And have you reviewed each and every component of this plea agreement going through page 1 and through page 4?
I have.
Now it says page 4, having read the above mentioned terms of this plea agreement and having been advised by my counsel, David Harris, I, Michael Noe, freely and voluntarily enter into this plea agreement and agree to abide by all terms and conditions of this plea agreement, and agree that failure to comply with any terms or conditions within this agreement constitutes a violation of probation and subjects me to be sentenced to the statutory maximum penalties provided by law for the crimes for which I am now pleading guilty. And then it has a signature over the name Michael Noe. Is that in fact your signature, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right. And I am now going to place my signature on this plea agreement, in that I am now going to be ratifying this plea agreement as negotiated between the state of Florida and your attorney. Has anybody, including your lawyer, told you anything differently than what I've just told you?
No.
Are you under the influence of any alcohol, drugs, or medication affecting your ability to understand me?
No.
Is anybody forcing, threatening, or coercing you to enter into this plea?
No.
Do you understand that if you're not a United States
Since when
citizen,
did
the
they
entry of
quit
this
saying
plea
your
will have
own?
negative immigration consequences, including deportation and removal?
Understand.
You had the right, sir, to have gone to a jury trial where your lawyer had the ability to compel the attendance of witnesses on your behalf, the ability to confront and cross-examine the witnesses and evidence against you. You had the right to testify
Not
just
being
like any
around
other
children
witness,
and all that other
or
stuff
remain
that she was
silent.
listing off to
And your
Maz.
silence could not have been used against you if you went to a jury trial. You also had the right to appeal any mistakes that I would have made during the course of the trial, and the right to hold the state of Florida to the burden of proving these charges beyond a reasonable doubt. Do you understand, sir, that by entering into this plea, that you are giving up all of these rights and we will not have a jury trial?
I do.
Have you discussed this plea with your lawyer?
Yes.
Has he answered all of your questions?
Absolutely.
Are you satisfied with your lawyer's services and advice?
He better be.
Did the state provide all the discovery in your possession to the defense?
Yes.
Did the defense review all of the discovery in your possession with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
And do both sides know of any physical evidence containing DNA that would exonerate the defendant?
No.
No, Your Honor.
And do both sides stipulate to a factual basis for this plea?
Yes.
Defense stipulation.
And the court has reviewed the arrest affidavit, makes a finding that there is a factual basis for the plea. Mr. Noack, are there any witnesses or is there any evidence that you wanted your lawyer to investigate or me to receive before entering into this plea?
No.
All right. The court finds that the defendant understands the nature of the charges against him and the consequences of this plea, that he has been represented by competent and effective assistance of counsel with whom he says he is satisfied. I find the defendant has knowingly, voluntarily, and intelligently waived his rights. All statutory fines, court costs, and surcharges will be assessed. Counsel, do you waive PSI?
Yes, Your Honor. Make PSI.
All right. Now, Mr. Noack, you do understand, as I mentioned to you before, that the state, as they had articulated earlier, you may be eligible for early termination as long as certain conditions are met. That means no violations. You've done everything that you were supposed to do. You've not been arrested for any criminal offense, and the state is in agreement with it as well as the court's ratification. On the other hand, sir, if you violate any terms and conditions of this probation, and that includes getting arrested for any other criminal offense, that you could be subject to the maximum period of time in prison, which by my calculations is 61 years state prison. You do understand that?
Yeah.
And knowing all of this, do you still wish to enter into this plea?
Yes.
All right. The court finds the defendant, as I mentioned before, understands the nature of the charges against him and the consequences of this plea, that he has been represented by competent and effective assistance of counsel with whom he says he is satisfied. I find the defendant has knowingly, voluntarily, and intelligently waived his rights. All statutory fines, court costs, and surcharges will be assessed. Is there anything further as it relates to Mr. Noack? I do have on the Zoom that the victim's mother wanted to address the court as part
Correct.
of the victim.
All right. Okay, so 18 minutes and 32 seconds is how long it took to send this pervert to jail.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Melissa, I had forgot you was up here for a second. Hey, baby.
Hey, girlie. I'm so happy.
Yes.
I'm so happy that he gone. Ding dong, the troll is dead. Yay.
Mm-hmm.
He gone.
Gone.
He is getting in process. Ooh, talk to me nice. Talk to me nice. I'm gonna tell his cellmate tonight. Talk to me nice.
Yeah, he gonna say it in that same voice.
Oh my God, talk to me nice up in here.
Talk to me nice. Biting that pillow.
He must feel like he in a whole dream right now.
Mm-hmm.
He must feel like he in a whole dream, like, oh my God, I'm getting in processed. Oh, Lord have mercy, Lord. Scamulet looking for a corner to hook on. Poor thing. I don't feel bad for her either. And let's just be real, y'all. If y'all remember, if y'all listen to Judge Atfield when he was saying everything, he has to pay $5,000 up front, meaning he was scamming till the end so he could use the dumbest money that he get to pay the upfront restitution that he's gonna have to pay in 24 hours until because he don't have to start making those monthly payments until he get out. So y'all just help him pay. So the dummies, well, not y'all, not us, but the dummies helped him pay his restitution, his upfront restitution of $5,000. Oh Lord have mercy, comprehension is a skill. God damn it.
Ain't it though? Girl, I'm telling you.
That's why he was scamming up until the end.
Yes.
And the only reason why he wanted to not be registered as a sex offender, because he about to pull a Tina Turner. If I just keep my name. If I just keep my name. So he gonna come out and say, yeah, that's in my past, and I'm a better person from 7 years ago, and I learned my mistakes and I've grown.
He gonna come out a preacher.
I'm not a registered sex offender. You see what I mean? And he's gonna use that to parlay that and hypothecate that into a new hustle.
Yes, ma'am. You ain't never lied.
He's gonna hypothecate that into a new hustle with his LexisNexis and and he's gonna adjudicate his reputation as he defecate on his haters. I don't know. This nigga be just be saying words. I don't know. While he defecate on his haters as he exponentially rises in the ranks of whatever dumb shit is trending at the time that he get out of jail.
No. See, my sister, because you must propagate the code.
Now, even though he gonna come out looking like a California racer because he aged like an avocado, I don't know who the fuck he gonna be talking to when he get out.
No clue.
Somebody gonna try to keep his shit alive. You know what I mean? Oh, shit. I don't know who Oswald Bates gonna turn into when he get out.
Vai ser diriguaste.
Yeah, he had to pay $5,000 up front. That's why he was scamming. He scammed right up until yesterday at 10 o'clock, right? He was like,
yes.
Y'all send me
girl still scamming now, talking about the charges is dropped on IG. Amunet on her job already.
She sure is with her rotten ass. That's why I hope she pick a bad corner tonight, bitch. I hope ain't nobody on that corner she picked.
You better be careful. They gonna see your ass in the news.
Riot done found her somebody to sponsor a child because you know she's special. So she left because she is dumb as hell.
Look, somebody done got her own Netflix subscription, a tablet, and some snacks. We ain't seen Riot in a month of Sunday. She gone, baby. Somebody done already. She gone.
I had to leave this life with Polight. Because he was
like hell, she can get away with it because I don't know. Because
you know she stretch out everything she said.
Girl, yes, I cannot. I
you
screamed
said
earlier.
Thought she had an accent.
Yeah, girl, I thought she was deaf for the longest time.
Girl, she got a short bus accent. That ain't nothing but years and years of remedial classes. That's all that is. That was years and years of remedial.
That was vegan. That was Vicky that was promoting the fake veganism.
Yeah, I don't eat anything with a face. But
now they done came out and said that plants feel pain. And plants understand you and stuff. So now what y'all gonna do, vegans?
They gonna eat rocks. They gonna eat rocks.
What they gonna do if the rocks start quoting Shakespeare?
I'm healthier than you.
I say, what they gonna do if the rocks start quoting Shakespeare? I mean,
I don't know. Eat sand. I don't know shit. I'm gonna eat a pig, a cow, their cousin, their uncle, a chicken. I don't give a damn what happens.
You ain't lying.
I'm eating it all. Shit. Oh my God, Polite. Polite. Is he too smart to be poked? That's the question.
Yeah, he ain't never mentioned that one.
I'm just asking. I
You
told you
going
Polite got all sexy from
down.
when he go to jail, boy. They're gonna be feeling on his muscles and everything when he get I'm feeling all over his muscles. Be like, oh baby, you did that for me.
He got buff for his jailhouse, boo. Like,
Oh
wait,
my
you think
God.
the struggle gonna make it more pleasurable, Eugene? You want to fight back a little bit longer because they gonna get you.
Exactly.
They gonna get
You
you.
know, Fleece used to like when they fought.
Mhm.
He used to like when they fought. Oh boy.
He finna sit in that cell and somebody gonna come around the corner. I like you. And I want you.
Oh, there was somebody on IG who put in the comment section because you know he turned off the comments for his drop the charges, so they just moved on to the next one. And somebody said they were gonna be banging Scamulette for 7 years while he in jail. I know that had to sting a little bit.
You already know. He been crying. We all know he been crying because we can see it on them IG lives and them Facebook posts. But we could hear his voice crack today when he stated his name for the court. And you know he was shook because he put up the wrong hand.
He put up the wrong hand. He almost had a heart attack. He said somebody was threatening him. Girl, if he could have said his period was on, he would have did anything.
I'm having stomach cramps
to get out this court case today. He was trying hard. I swear to God, but like I said,
But you know what?
They're gonna be stroking his muscles, all his muscles, all them sexy muscles he developed in the
Eugene
last
ain't nothing but a big ass coward because he made sure, even though he was scared and hiding in the bathroom, he made sure his ass was at court today because he didn't want to get tackled by the marshals.
He gotta save his strength for the inmates. He gotta save his strength for the. Let me ask you something. What is gonna be the first episode of the Stain Draws Diaries that we gonna get?
Girl,
I need to know when the first episode of the Stain Draws Diaries. What is it gonna be?
As the shank turns.
I'm just saying. You know, he gonna go live from the cell, from Block D.
That's old news, Tomas. They been and did that. They better hope some of them folk answer their phone calls and throw them a piece of change.
Oh yeah, buddy. Oh, they gonna tear them up.
Only when they alive, Leonard. Only when they alive, bro. I'm dead. Stage Draws Diary done took me out.
I'm telling you, the Stage Draws Diaries.
If I could drink right now, I would have me a big tall glass of Hennessy and Coke.
Well, I'm telling you, I'm a go put some. What I got over here? I think I got some rum. I'm gonna put some rum in here for you, girly, because I'm just so happy. I was like, oh, they got him. Oh, he tried.
Girl, y'all just don't know. I put the mic on mute and I was over here dancing while Judge Atfield was talking.
Judge Atfield, you could tell he didn't get none for his wife yesterday.
No.
He was not having it. He said she didn't give me none yesterday. We going straight to trial. We ain't gonna pass go. Don't take a piss test. Don't take a piss break.
How
you
many
gonna bring
times?
your ass in here? We don't give a damn who threatened you outside.
Right.
You gonna bring your simple ass in here and plead to these charges. You do the plea deal or the trial. Make a choice. Make a choice, ninja. Make a choice.
How many times did he sit up there and say, I got the jury right out the door?
Yes. They ready to march in. What you gonna do? What you gonna do, punk? What you gonna do?
Thank you,
Like,
Leslie.
so I'm gonna have to plea. I'm gonna have to plea. And then had nerve to try to turn off the Zoom call. That was hilarious.
Yes, tried to get them to
Oh,
turn
they're
the
streaming
whole
on YouTube.
Zoom off. Baby. I said, you know what? He just, oh my God, he just
He a punk.
Yeah, he is a punk.
You gotta understand, he's a con artist.
He is a
and he probably watched the movie. You ever watch that movie Focus with Will Smith?
I don't think I done seen that one.
Well, on the end of the movie, Will Smith gets shot, right? Because his daddy, who was also a con artist, told him, "You gotta die with the lie. You gotta die with the lie." Polight is going to jail with his lie. He gonna die with that lie. So he's never gonna admit that he's a pedophile ever. So we are just wasting our breath for him to admit that he's ever did anything wrong to anybody. But guess what? Yeah, go on to jail.
Going to jail now, boy.
What you don't admit because you're going in there. You're in there. That's what your punk behind get.
I did not see all these comments, y'all, from the first video. Y'all been in these comments tough.
Oh, from when you streamed earlier today? Yeah, did you see somebody put in your comments talking about the mother? I got angry with that because it's like, stop trying to blame this mother. That had nothing to do with her. That had everything to do with that sick person putting
That
his
was
hands
probably
that
somebody
didn't
on the
belong.
HOK troll account.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was the narcissist in him. He didn't want them to do nothing, and he was trying everything in his power not to let that thing be on the Zoom meeting because our public.
You know why? Because he wanted to. Let me tell you something. Con artists can't do their things out in the open with the light shining bright. The only way they con ways work is if they're doing it in the shadow and the cloak of darkness. He wanted to make sure, because that way he could come out and say, what had happened was it was a governmental conspiracy theory because I was giving y'all all this knowledge. Oh, shut up! You ain't giving nobody that.
Right, Tomas. And it's like, you just don't know. Y'all giving us a whole nother list to look at because y'all sitting up here swinging for a dude that just admitted in court. He played out the 2 charges that's worse than the charges he had before. We know he did it. He know he did it. He just too shamefaced to let us see it.
But here's my thing. If you too shamefaced to admit that you don't put your nasty, funky, rotten, disgusting, dirty, cicada-laden praying mantis hands on nobody, you keep them damn things to yourself. You keep yourself. I mean, you know, you don't put your hands. But you see, for him, it wasn't about not having all these women around him. He's a sick puppy, so he wants something that in his mind he feels is pure. He knows Scamulet ain't pure. He already dirtied her up. He dirtied the other one up 2 or more times. And those other women, he don't know what they've been. But a young girl, a 15-year-old girl, he knows the probability of somebody having had touched her prior to was very low. So he feels, ooh, that purity, I want to tap into that, because they sick in the mind. He got a brain problem. So I don't know how they're gonna rehab that.
They gonna send him through the same recidivism. When old boy was up here earlier, he was talking when they slapped the electrodes on him and stuff. They have ways of testing whether they what you call it or not, cured or in compliance.
He ain't gonna never be cured. But what pisses me off about enablers like Sonetta, Cy Slither, they were complacent in letting him on their platforms to spread his degeneracy. You see, you can't give a safe haven to a degenerate and then talk about what we were trying to see to wait till his time was done. Oh, Cy Slither, shut up.
That part.
You're giving a home to a degenerate that you knew was a degenerate because you called him Baby York. So we already knew you knew.
That part.
And so now you give it safe haven. So now when he get convicted, oh no, we can't have that here. We can't have that here. Shut up. He sound crazy.
Hold on, where's my phone at? Pharaoh Live. Is he talking about Polight?
Earlier he was. I listened to a little bit of it. Him and Nepal, whatever.
Oh no, not Sonetta, young Pharaoh.
Oh, Sparrow. I don't know what Sparrow talking about.
Hold on, have to check for Remy. What?
He said he will pontificate on quantum mathematics in a multidimensional
Yup,
plane.
he is live. Oh
As
Lord.
he vindicates himself from the shackles of an oppressive system formality.
You know what? This boy over here, Lord.
Oh my God, that is funny.
Yo, Remy, you in the bushes, bro? Just a daggone shame.
I'm telling you now.
You talking about OG when you first went upstate? Did you pay for
At the
protection?
time.
No,
But
that
as
boy was
far as
crying
me
in the
walking
corner
around
too.
just regular, I'm not paying nobody for no motherfucking protection.
That hat just is
Enforcement.
dirty.
But
I'm
I said
about
to
to
say
say
this. Hold
that
on,
had
Girl,
y'all.
that
dirtier
hat
Let me
than
just
turn
it
my
got
real
was
dirty
in
speaker on.
about
I don't
live
like this. I ain't gonna
stream.
lie. It ain't thumping. I didn't go get my real speaker. I washed everybody up.
You need to wash
By
that
the
hat.
time young Pharaoh finished, that hat gonna be black.
When I die,
That hat gonna be
first,
black.
No, this is another excuse for him to smoke, play his music.
all right, warrior.
Right. If you don't know not to do certain shit, I don't know what to tell you. Now, here's another thing I want to say. I'm not defending Polight, because I'm finna say what the fuck I gotta say. But I gotta say this. As much as I dislike this nigga, I don't like when white people feel like they can come get in our business and tell us when the fuck we right or wrong, because at the end of the day, whatchamacallit, I could share my screen right now. I got shit from Polight from 4 or 5 years ago where I've been exposed this nigga. Not for just being a alleged pedophile, but for being a scammer. For being a scammer. This thick ass book right here that I
Oh
got right
Lord,
here, baby girl. You see this book?
He done reordered the Kiko's PowerPoints. I can't with him. But listen, look over here in that corner. All these PowerPoint presentations that he done printed out. Girl, he got 2 stacks up. Talk about he got $1 million library.
Scammer.
Girl, bye.
For being a scammer. This thick ass book right here that I got right here, baby girl. You see this book? This shit got
the game changer line is the one where he agreed to certain things, like turning his ass in today, agreeing to his plea deal, that stuff. So if the judge would have moved it, the plea deal would have been out the window. That was the only reason that they gave him what he wanted in that plea deal, so that he just come on and turn his ass in.
And that's why the judge kept saying the jurors are going to be on standby. So play crooked if you want to, but they right outside the door. So you try to pull a fast one, they're going to come in and they were going to convict him anyway. He knew that. So look, if you're going to take the 7 or you're going to take the 61.
And they was gonna throw them charges out anyway and use them 2 new ones. So yeah, it would have been 61.
Exactly.
And they don't take kindly to people backing out of plea deals, especially not after 2.5 years of court.
All my legal documents.
That's them sovereign citizenship papers. You know what he did? You know what he done sat up here and broke videos down frame by frame and then printed them out. You know what? I'm done. I'm dead. I can't no more. I can't. Look at that shot right there. He's sitting up here and Lord have mercy. This boy is more of an idiot than I thought he was. I cannot. He can't survive in the general population. He would be in class with Jared Fogle, the subway guy. Jared gonna be in there taking his cornbread. Lord, it's a pecking order even amongst the perverts, you know. And he gonna be low on the totem pole. Shame, shame. We know your name. It's prisoner 5643221.
I can't believe this man had this much time on his hands. He even put that ugly troll. Lord, okay. Oh boy. Look, these are our conscious leaders. Lord, we doomed.
Everybody ain't never led me to shit.
I'm just laughing. I'm just saying in general. Girl, I wouldn't listen. Girl, I listen to my dog over here. I listen to my beagle snoring and sleeping before I listen to them. For
Right.
real.
Crystal over here mumbling to herself before I listen to that mess. It don't matter to my. I keep telling y'all, Florida is a whole different animal. You can be in PC all you want to. I think the door's broke though. Meaning you can walk in and out as you feel like it. Look, once the people do a little digging and realize Eugene really ain't a celebrity, he ain't gonna get no kind of preferential treatment. She doing okay. She just a little in her feelings because her face all scratched up. They always go for the face.
How her face get scratched up?
Girl, them little dogs cross the street that's been taunting her.
Oh, good
and
Lord.
She rolled over one like a bowling pin because he was bellowing like a bull, like a bloodhound. And then the other one came out and jumped on her too. And then she had them on the ropes and they ran to the house and one ran in the house and one ran in the bushes. And I ain't seen them all day still. But she ain't her feelings because they scratched her face up a little bit.
Crystal Vane. She said, don't be playing with my face now.
John Sales, peace and welcome. Right. Crystal over there like, man, because she already got a couple of scars when she bust through that gate at the old house. When she first got over here and her and that dog got into it. And every time she get a scratch on her face, when it come back in, the fur be white.
Poor baby.
Right. They said they done messed up my baby pretty fine.
No, poor thing. Poor baby.
But I think she fucked them up far worse than that. I couldn't see because it was dark, but he was showing up hollering in them bushes.
Crystal ain't exactly small. She big as I don't know what.
Right.
I don't know what
and
kind
then
of
he a
Wheaties that dog
thought
she was eating that day. Good Lord.
Mm-hmm.
See, my beagle tiny. He's sitting over here on the sofa snoring.
Right.
I mean, he ain't number 20
but see,
pounds.
This
but I
was a pit puppy, but they just let the dog.
Pounds, ain't she?
They just let the dog. No, she about 70. They just let the dogs run around. And see, that was the thing I kept telling them. They keep teasing her. They keep taunting her. We get in the truck. The dog chasing the truck down the road, just barking at. We come back to the house. The dog sitting up here at the door or right by the door in the street, fussing and hollering. And last night she slipped that leash and took off. Then the lady that lived next door, it was funny. She came out the door, said, "Oh Lord, I'm scared of Crystal," and went back in the door. I'm sitting up here like, what the hell? Oh Lord. Let's say, you know what? I gotta get some Vaseline. And I gotta get a 12-in-1 shot because ain't no telling what them dogs got. They just be in the trash, outside in the dirt, everything. So yeah. I don't know if they survived or not. And at this point, we've been in this house for a year. Everybody know Crystal crazy. How many times do I have to tell you to get your dog?
Exactly.
Your dog came across the street and crossed the road to antagonize mine, and I was trying to get her in the house, and the key fell. Cause did you know that dogs, they can grab shit with their paws?
Yeah.
Like for real.
I grew up in the country in Louisiana. Yes. Yeah, I know they can grab. Yes.
Girl, I be pulling her in the house, and she will grab the door frame and be trying to pull herself back out the house. And
I had a dog who could open the door, actually.
Yeah, I done see my aunt, my great aunt had a retired police dog, and Champ used to do all kind of shit. But I mean, like in the horror movie, when somebody be like, no, and they holding on to the door frame, she be doing that mess. And I'm sitting up here like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. Yeah.
It just don't make no sense.
Dude say from Rolls Royce to Royce to Royce wants a roll. he gonna miss all his little life, right? Because he won't be taking a whole bath in a 7-Eleven a night. That's for damn sure.
At least you got somewhere to sleep, Eugene.
He'll be taking a whole different whole bath tonight. It's still gonna be a whole bath.
As Big Bubba whispered,
it's not gonna be the one he want though. I guarantee. You're gonna be taking a caged whole bath. That's not funny. That's not good.
You done fucked up now, Eugene.
Like I said, I know they processing, dude. They're processing you for 7 years. You ain't coming out. You ain't coming out.
Boy, you better hope you get out of jail, cause chances
You
are
know what
you
I
might
do?
not
You
make
know what I
it.
would do to be petty? To be like, see, if I had time like Sparrow, I'd go to Kinko's, because you know Sparrow made that at the Kinko's.
Yep.
I go to Kinko's, make a binder, put that exact picture on and put credit restoration microwave, and send it to him and say greetings.
Oh no, peace and blessings, black brother. I'm telling y'all, we should send him greeting cards in mass on like Christmas and just put something fucked up in there. Peace and blessings, Lima Bean. How is the melanated God doing in Miami-Dade prison?
Exactly.
Oh my goodness.
Some shit like, I'll be bending over for Christmas. Yeah, you know.
Oh my goodness.
Send him a card that say jingle balls. Jingle balls. Jingle balls. Oh yeah.
Look, Marquise, he was doing everything but holding on to the door, crying like a little bitch. Shit, he might have been crying like a little bitch in the courtroom. We don't know, because we ain't had audio. I mean, not audio, video. We had audio, but no video. Because Polight wanted to be a little vain bastard. Raise your hand for the court. No, your other hand.
It couldn't have happened to a better person.
That part. A desiccated cicada carcass. The one they leave on the side of the tree.
That's what he get. You buy, you gone, Eugene. Bye, Eugene.
Bye, Eugene. That first fight you get in prison gonna result in you being there for longer. You better just bend over and take it. When Big Bubba walk in there and tell you that he like you and he wants you, you better not fight back. People might send him magazines and chocolate dicks to the package. That might help him out tomorrow. So we ain't gonna send him nothing helpful. We gonna send him fucked up cards on the holidays. And get his mail. No mail. And then he get there. This some shit.
You know what? Yeah, I'd be petty. I'd send him a toy Rolls Royce and I put "Talk to Me Nice" on it. See, I'm petty evil like that. That's what I would send him. I'd send him a purple Rolls Royce and I put "Talk to Me Nice" on it.
Oh, and you ain't got to worry about the magazines, because I believe that Cupcake said that she was gonna sign him up for a subscription to Playgirl or something like that. Hot inmates or some shit. Prison double repair. Send him a pack of mini t-shirts. He gonna need them.
Oh yeah, I get him. Send him a pack of medium shirts.
I don't know what to tell y'all.
Medium Haynes, her ways he loves so much.
Is 61 years state prison. You do understand that? Yeah. And knowing all of this, do you still wish to enter into this plea?
And she will be listed as victim NOAC in the Zoom.
Unless it's important, unless it's election. Like I said, that shit ain't an election. You got to watch that. Like I said, you got to always watch that. But like I said, I don't know what the fuck happened right here. I ain't paying attention to that. By the time whatever this shit happened, yeah, thank you. By the time whatever the fuck this shit happened, I was already way beyond that. Like I said, I had already marched before y'all got before the I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. But shit, that's all I could say.
It's Ron.
All I know that nigga is a scammer though. But like I said, I ain't got shit to do with Polite go to jail.
That boy high. He tired. He ain't got
I
no
ain't shooting.
munties. He finna get kicked out of the apartment.
Don't worry, I'm gonna send Polite a card. It's gonna say I'm too pervy to be free.
Send lips some lip gloss.
Yeah, sure is. I'm gonna send him a big jar of Carmex, but it's empty. That's what you get.
Okay. Oh my goodness, this is my laugh for the day.
Oh, yeah, that'd be nice to send him some lip gloss. Give him something to look at.
Send him a couple of packets of Kool-Aid.
He in there looking like that girl Gremlin. Huh?
I say send him a couple of packs of Kool-Aid. You know that's what they use for lipstick in the.
Oh Jesus Christ! I tell you, be in there looking like that girl Gremlin.
Oh yes, hold on. I know which one you talking
girl
about.
Gremlin.
Yes.
Oh
my goodness.
Oh Lord. You know what he gonna do? Cause he a coward. He gonna go in there and say he ain't polite. He's like,
again.
I'm Michael. I'm Michael. I mean Michelle.
Hey, yo, we got exclusive access to Eugene's first night in prison. Y'all won't see.
Yeah, sure.
Hello? Forrester, what are you
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Okay, we'll get you out of there.
Get him a little do-rag and stuff.
Wow, way up there? No, it'll take a while.
Oh, and as far as I think someone was asking about whether he can be around his own children, the answer would be no. Under the law, when you're not allowed to be around children, it is also your own children. So, because I mean, you think about it, how many children or kids have been molested by their own parents? So that goes for all children. So he won't be able to have full contact with his daughters until they're actually of age where it would be legal. So let me tell you something. If we want to be petty and you see him out and about after those 7 years and he's alone with his daughter without Scamulette or one of them other idiots, then you can call and he'll go right back in jail.
Girl, you know we all about being petty.
To be around his minor age children without supervision. That's everybody's children. Yeah. Yikes. There go Polite.
Can't be by no schools, no churches.
No. Not at all. Your city's behind down somewhere. No preschools, no nothing.
Nothing. They had to make a whole trailer park down in Florida because there wasn't nowhere to put them. Because everything's so close together.
Wow. And that makes it difficult because that clown likes to play basketball.
Right.
He's going to have to find somewhere where there's no teenagers or anybody under the age of 18.
Yep. Ain't no parks like that. It'll still be minors around in 7 years. Oh, the baby. Yeah, she'll still be a minor. Now, the oldest one, she grown now. She 18. She grown.
Yeah.
So, apparently, it's don't eat anything off the pillow because I done heard Snicker bars, honey buns, and now Jolly Ranchers. So, anything that they put out on the pillow is just a no.
Oh, that's one of the things you don't do in prison?
Yes, you don't eat the Snicker bar off the pillow.
Why?
Yeah, it's a Vice episode.
You'll be eating a bigger Snicker later?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Sweets for the sweet.
I can't say that it has ever happened to a more deserving person than Eugene. He deserves this.
I couldn't wait for him to go to jail.
Right.
Because when he was insinuating yesterday that it's not gonna turn out how the haters want. No, Ninja,
Never
it ain't
get
gonna
your
turn out
head.
how you want it. It turned out exactly how we wanted
Yes, you in jail, you incarcerated. That's what I wanted.
He
That's
thought
what
he was gonna get that extra day. He really did.
I mean, but what was that extra day really gonna do in the long run? That just shows you how twisted his thoughts is. His first thing was when he did it, he's a citizen, Melanin. That's just standard boilerplate they have to read to everybody. And see, that's what I be talking about. They be on these, he must not be a citizen. They gonna deploy him. When somebody reads you your rights when you get arrested, does that mean that everything pertains to you? No.
No, but remember when I said how, because when it was like, he'll take the plea deal, I said, no, he got to plead out in open court because they got to read everything to him. And remember, I said, you have to have a judge sign off on it and then read it to him so he understands what he's being charged with and daddy agrees to it. And exactly what I said they was going to do way back in July, they did it today. And once he agrees to it, he got to go in there. There was no 60 more days. Let me go scratch my ass for a week. Let me go put on my corn chip hat in the corner.
He was remanded
you went
into
right
custody.
in. Yes.
Okay, what was the name
No,
of
the
this
judge,
other one?
no. They were saying basically if he wasn't a citizen, then he would be remanded. That once he served his time, he would be remanded to the like the INS or whoever if he wasn't a citizen.
Yeah, but they say that to everybody, whether you're a citizen or not.
Yes.
It's
They
just
wasn't telling
boilerplate.
him no. Exactly. No, he's not gonna get deported. He's gonna take that. He took the plea.
That man is from New York, New York. Well, he's from Brooklyn, New York.
Yeah, he was
How
born
he
in
gonna get
New York.
deported from New York?
Exactly. Even if he was okay, let me just give I guess an education for people who are not understanding. Even if his parents, just hypothetically speaking, were Nigerian, if he was born in U.S. soil in a U.S. hospital, he's a what's called an anchor baby. His birth here anchors him, and in a lot of places them here, because he is automatically a U.S. citizen by virtue of him being expelled out of Burke Canal somewhere in New York. That automatically makes him a citizen. So there'd be nothing that anybody can do. So he don't have even though his parents have a country of origin and they weren't born in the United States, he's automatically classified as a U.S. citizen. Period. Point blank. My husband would be.
But his parents were naturalized. They were citizens.
Yeah. They were yeah. You see, my husband is what you call an anchor baby. My husband was born here. His parents are Haitian, but they were born in Haiti. They came here in 1974, 5, whatever. And my husband was born here in New York City, New York, in the hospital, birth certificate and everything. So he's a citizen, but they were not. They had to go through the process to earn their citizenship here in the United States. But he's automatically a citizen. So I can't threaten him with deportation. He tell me kiss my ass. I got a damn birth certificate.
But the fraud and charlatans, so you know what we got to do now. We got to make some kind of document for people to sign, change.org or whatever to get him deplatformed. I told y'all earlier, him, Rashad, Jamal, Nature Boy, all of them need to be deplatformed. Every time they go to jail, deplatformed. Need to be automatic.
They're dangerous. They're dangerous to stupid people, but I think it's a frustrating. I joke and clown a lot, but I just think it's a frustrating feat trying to talk to silly people about not giving their money to stupid people like them. It's like it's really disheartening because it seems like a lot of black folks want to throw their money behind bum ass con artists. Like you can't tell them nothing. They be telling you, no, he's a genius. He's not a genius. He's a dumbass. But I mean, and that says a lot about education We need more education, everybody.
I ain't gonna know what to do with myself. I ain't gonna have to check the county clerk website every day.
I know, right?
I ain't gonna have to check IG and Facebook every day. I'm gonna have to find me a new scammer to ride like a donkey. Now I'm playing TripCTreehouse consulting firm is taking off, family. We got a couple of new clients. So yeah,
Girl, we
y'all
got
gonna
a
see.
plethora of scam artists out here. So
Yes, we do.
Don't look. You ain't gonna run out of material.
I already got my eye on one. The violation of pickle man. See, I can't with you, Maxine.
You know. Yeah, you got a plethora of scammers out here. Every time I'll be looking like, oh my God, this got to be the dumbest stuff ever. I'm like, I understand people are desperate, but I mean, I just need them to be realistic. A lot of this stuff these dudes just say, like Polight, it's not even logical what they say. It's a lot of stuff. I'm a fix your credit, and then when you get the cards. Okay, from what institution, you fool? If you're getting credit, it's got to come from some damn where. Who financing this credit line? And then when you get the credit line, which is originally a credit line, but then you don't have to pay the credit line back. How does that make sense?
None at all.
Explain it to me, Lucy. How the hell that fucking shit makes sense? It
Go
does
after
not make
Tariq
sense.
Nasheed.
A credit line in which you don't have to pay back is not a credit line. A loan that you don't repay is not what?
A loan.
And then they sit down there and they listen to all that hypothecating LexisNexis
Green
stupid
card
ass
receipt.
shit. And then they be like, and the next thing they go, you the truth, man. Where can I send my $2,000? I don't know how to help people like that because it's too damn stupid.
You cannot.
How do you help people like that?
I need about 3 more of me to go after Tariq Nasheed I sketch. You know he extra. I have to get my petty powers up first.
Oh Lord, I ain't gonna lie.
Lord,
the petty in him
keyboard
is great.
musician is back, yo. Keyboard musician is back. I don't know if he got the same fire, but he back. Peter, you better watch out.
Oh my God, that's funny.
What's Keyboard used to be enthralled with Peanut.
Who used to be enthralled with Peanut?
Keyboard musician.
Oh yeah. Whatever happened to him?
Girl, he back.
Oh, he back.
Yeah, he back. He came back a couple of months ago.
I used to laugh at his videos all the time.
The mother also said that she wanted to move on with her and her child's life. She wanted her child to be able to move on. If you steady in court about Eugene ass, how you gonna move on with your life? Because you reliving it because you got to sit in court for that shit. You got to sit there and look at his ugly mug and everything else. She was ready for it to be over with him going to jail. So why would she want to file a civil suit? The state of Florida already giving them counseling. I told y'all that state of Florida laws are different. They have counseling for the victims for like 2 years.
And let me give you another unfortunate fact about it. You file a civil suit when you know somebody has money. Polight is broke. You spend
25.
And the reality of it is that woman will spend more in lawyers' fees trying to go after him via a civil suit than it would from what she would get if she did get the judgment. You got to know who you're going back after. If Polight was wealthy as he claimed he is, then I would say a civil lawsuit would probably be the most logical step. But you can't sue anybody who's broke. What are you gonna give you? A dusty hat and a do-rag? What the hell he gonna give you? He doesn't have any assets. He don't have nothing.
His middle name is Eugene.
Exactly. What are you gonna give you? Scamulet BBL? He can't give you nothing. He don't have.
He ain't got nothing to give.
Yeah.
He has nothing.
He's nothing. And what are you gonna do? Because he knows that his average follower has about the attention span of a gnat on a hot day. He's gonna let out those 7 years, and then he's gonna come back and reinvent himself. He's gonna ask for forgiveness because these people are stupid, and then he's gonna come in here and talk about that's in the past, but this is new. Polite, blah blah blah, la la la. I've aged like an avocado. Now give me some more money. I mean, that's basically what he gonna do. I mean, you kind of could see that's what's gonna happen. You know, he's gonna come out there because I mean, where else money he gonna get? You know, after they finish blow his booty hole out in the prison, that I mean, you know, he got to come back with a new scheme, and he got 7 years to work on it. So y'all be ready. He probably gonna come out with some ChatGPT. I'm telling you, he got
financial advisor or some
his
shit.
new damn scheme.
I just can't. I don't know what to do with myself for real. I'm just over here like Eugene is actually, it's like a dream. Eugene is finally in jail.
I know, right? Woo, yes, Lord. The cicada is dead. The praying mantis has been laid down.
Somebody flicked it right off the side of that tree.
Bye. Bye. Don't let the door hit you.
With a good Lord split you.
Because I tell you now, he going to come back. See, y'all thought I was gone. Y'all thought, dude, you ain't coming back till 2030. Go away.
He could maximum shit. He looked like he was halfway gone crazy before he went in there with that shaved off eyebrow. Hey, Ty.
He probably will try to tell people he died.
Yeah.
He got to try to tell him something with his ugly self. Ooh, Lord.
The spirit of York came to me while I was in my prison space here. I bet it did.
And that's another thing that irritates me. Not even for the fact that, you know, Sadat and them knew. I think that just people in a whole should have been done with him. The day his bad hairline ass made that video with that victim of York and told him he would still worship him, I was disgusted. That was my first time seeing that horrible hairline fool, and I was just like, oh my God, did this? And I'm like, why is he getting all this support? That's why I was like, what the hell is wrong with people? This dude say he would still have a pedophile as his God. Okay. Now, okay, he fulfilled his prophecy because now he in there on pedophile charges. There you go.
You can worship your God all you want from prison.
Prophecy fulfilled, you sick puppy. I mean, just ridiculous. Really,
downright crazy.
Huh?
Let's say downright crazy.
Nasty. He just nasty, y'all. Just nasty. Ugh.
Hold on. 17. I'm live. I called to tell you Eugene got 7 years.
7 years.
7 years in prison, 10 years of probation. If he get in any kind of trouble, he got to do the full 61. 2 felonies and a misdemeanor. Yeah. They remanded his ass to custody right there. Kyle, you gonna get off? All right. Right.
Yeah, I believe that too.
What?
There'll be some fresh new scammers in 7 years, of course.
Oh yes, they already popping up out the woodwork. Y'all ain't seen that dude talking about make videos on YouTube without making videos, and you gonna be rich.
I already saw. Yes. I saw that. I was laughing my behind off. These scammers, boy, they don't be stopping at nothing.
Yeah, these fraud and charlatans.
No, people like hearing big words.
3 hours. he ain't lying though. But we've been on for 3 hours. Let me go ahead and get off of here. I got some checks to do. We'll see what's popping tomorrow. I'm gonna still go live, of course, but it ain't gonna be by Eugene. So
I know that's where I'm gonna find me something to eat. Oh Lord, it's 7:52 here. Okay.
So we're gonna close it out for here tonight, fam. This is TripCTreehouse, where it's always swinging, and we're